Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading about random shift. This is general or collective, so parts of it may or may not resonate with you. Just take what works for you and leave the rest. Also, this is a timely reading, so if you're watching it at this time, it is the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it's been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? That might give you further clarity as to your situation now. All right, so I did a quick meditation with my black tourmaline. That's to dispel negative energy. And the underlying energy for this reading is the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups energy, she's one of the 4 queens in the minor arcana. And she's considered like the most traditional of all 4 queens. She is most likely to be in a traditional marriage, kind of trad wife energy. This can sometimes also represent the energy of your maternal bloodline. So sometimes she's holding her cup of love here. And so this can be like very maternal energy. Definitely someone that would be a traditional wife energy and maybe stay-at-home mom. And her like with the energy of cups in tarot, the cups represent love, and this can be romantic a lot of the time, but sometimes it can also just be love of anyone or anything, and even yourself and what you love to do or what you love to be. The thing about the Queen of Cups is sometimes she does represent the maternal bloodline and the DNA. And so sometimes this can come up with this deception here as well. I'll get into that in a minute. It could have something to do with your DNA or the DNA in the family. There could be some sort of energy around here where there was deception about your maternal bloodline, either with you directly involved or indirectly down the bloodline. The mother's bloodline is, when they do DNA testing, they can track the maternal bloodline through the mitochondria of the cell. And the mitochondria in your cells is like the energy part of, like it's like a battery for the cell. And mothers pass that energy down to both their sons and daughters, but only the daughters carry that to down the maternal bloodline to their daughters. And so that's how a lot of times they can find the maternal bloodline and track it back through history. So there could be some sort of energy around that, or this could just represent that you're looking for love or someone's looking for love, and maybe to start a family, that type of energy. With the deception here, this card is coming from my Oracle Tales from the Vector. And it's talking about some sort of deception between, partners sometimes. And so this is talking about maybe someone maybe has stepped out of a relationship. There could have been an affair or something like that that produced a baby. Or it could just be there was that deception. But in this case here, I feel like there could be something to that. So we're not going to jump to conclusions. We're going to keep going with this. The biggest deception of all, though, is that that men and women, that there's a war between us. I mean, sometimes we have problems between us, but generally men love women and women love men. And, it's talking about, love. We all deserve to have love in our lives and have that love from our mothers as well, and to understand exactly where we're from. If we can find out the history of our bloodline, it can really be interesting, and also it might explain a few things. This is actually from an ink drawing that I did for the Oracle, and the Oracle is Tales from the Vector, and it's courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. I went out to Peru and did ceremony in the jungle with shamans from there, and this was one of the visions I saw. This is actually the Sapo frog from that area, but it's talking about tracing that energy and genetics. So I feel like this might, for some of you, this could be talking about some sort of energy like that. We'll keep going and see. We do have here, we're talking here about the 3 of Pentacles. Pentacles and tarot represent your lifestyle, It's talking about, the energy in your third dimensional life. Like the pentacle energy represents the element of earth. And so this is about matters of the earth and earthly matters, like actual physical matter on the earth. And how do we acquire that? Through money. And so that's why the pentacle energy is represented by coins. And, money is a huge part of how we are going to be able to manifest in the 3D and the lifestyle that we'll end up living. And this is saying that you are in an elevated position at this time. You've mastered some sort of skill set. People are really noticing that you're very good at what you do. And I feel like there's a lot of opportunities coming in that could really increase your ability to earn, your earning potential and also your lifestyle. That's what this card is saying, is that people are wanting to come and collaborate with you and, hire you maybe, or, work with you on some capacity. Now, there also comes a warning with this card, and it's talking about the energy of secret society energy. A lot of times this card can represent someone who has a special skill set. And we quite often will see this in actors or actresses, or in sometimes, musicians, singers, people who have special talents, really talented athletes. This could be representing, scouts coming out to watch you if you're an athlete, and offer you scholarships for a university or college. Or if you're already there, this might even be to come and play for their pro team. It could represent, directors and producers wanting to have you as the lead role in a movie they're doing, or maybe on Broadway, on stage. This could represent if you're a musician, a singer, that or in a band, that they want to produce your music and put you on tour for a concert. So this is all awesome energy. In this case, this person is doing this beautiful sculpture work. Now, this is saying like anyone can do sculpture, learn how to sculpt, and anyone can learn how to act or to sing. But would people pay to come see you? So this is saying, and as an athlete, like just having a real talent there. And, this energy is sometimes one of the, this career line basically tends to have people in it that are abusive in this system. And so sometimes this energy is, this card is saying, if you are signing any contracts or making any agreements with any people, be very careful that you hire a lawyer that is specializes in this field. And that's, you need to have someone look over the contract or agreement, and make sure that it's in alignment with the lifestyle that you want to live. History is rife with people who have signed on and then found out later that maybe there was a secret society involved. And in a lot of these industries there is. We're really seeing that with the files coming out. But I feel like this awareness has really been a very uplifting energy for a lot of people, just knowing this, knowing that, you could hire a lawyer to look through the contract and make sure that it is in alignment with your goals. If there is secret society energy, the thing is the group is always way more important than the individual. And we're seeing that with the files that came out, that people get caught up in this, in these industries, and end up living a lifestyle that they really don't want to live. But I feel that it's the awareness here is a good thing, and that if you hire a really good lawyer to make sure the contract is sound, then this could be really beneficial and really provide you with a lot of different opportunities here. That's represented by this card here. And it's talking also about this. It's saying like you are basically like a black hole, and you're sucking in all these opportunities. And, the thing is that you notice that these 7 cups, they have, they're in a big cloud of smoke. So it's kind of like that smoke and mirrors energy. And each of these gifts has a plus or a minus side. And so it's up to you to decide which of these cups are beneficial for you to tackle. And like a black hole sucking in all this energy, you are the center of that universe, and you have to put your own spin on this energy and make each of these, choose which cups you want, and put the energy in to really get the benefit out of them. Like this one is representing beauty, and yes, when these days we can have cosmetic surgery and almost look any way that we want to in some cases, or some cases the way we don't want to look. But being beautiful on the outside is a beautiful thing. It makes life more beautiful. Having said that, you don't want to just be focused on your outer beauty and ignore your inner beauty, because that's where the beauty really shines from. And then we have like this cup with a shrouded figure. Now, is the figure underneath that is that a positive or a negative? And the energy of the snake. Some people could look at this and say, well, that's a yellow-bellied coward slithering through the grass. And other people could say, what a great opportunity to shed my skin and let go of anything that's bothering me and just move forward. The castle energy is like, yes, castles are great. They're beautiful. But the thing is that quite often they're built on the edge of cliffs. And they can be quite isolating. And we also have the flowers. Like this is talking, are you going to open your petals to the sun and grow? Or are you going to, stay the size that you are now? And this laurel wreath quite often will represent victory, but they also lay that on coffins. And so it can be talking about the end of a cycle. And we also have the dragon energy. So you could be afraid of dragons and think they're all evil, or you could look at them from the perspective that they might actually have powerful energy that you can embrace to do bring beautiful energy onto the earth. So this is talking about, your perspective of how you want to live your life. And I feel knowledge is power. So this is a really good situation to be in. Not many people can attract the crowd, in a specialized field. And so that's something that is a gift from God that you are meant to enjoy and be able to have other people enjoy. Just make sure that you get the paperwork done correctly. And it's talking about maybe there could be some sort of fear around that. Of stepping out in that way. This card here is actually talking about the 3 levels of making money in the pentacle energy. This is talking about safe money, like having a strong foundation, being able to pay your bills and meet your requirements, but not being able to really access your authentic desires or go after your crown and glory, what you really truly do want to do. And so you don't want to let your fear of the unknown here hold you back. This is saying, you notice how this person has their back to the city. This is saying sometimes, most of the time it's very difficult to be a hero in your own hometown, and that you might need to leave your comfort zone and move out, step out, and take calculated risks to be able to be and do what it is you love to be and do, and enjoy that lifestyle to the fullest, as your crown and glory. And it's also talking about, making sure these are calculated risks, because look at this person, this could be someone else holding on to your authentic desires, and they want them instead. And so it's talking about both these energies here and the opportunities coming your way. And, there could be some sort of deception in that. These industries are, have a lot of that energy around them. So you just have to be aware and make sure that you protect yourself. And then we have this energy also, and it's coming in with this energy of, your childhood. And this could be talking about, this card is saying that the rough water in tarot represents having mixed or volatile emotions. Maybe there's been a lot of chaos in your life lately. And this is talking about wanting to move off to calmer waters. And the conveyor here has this long pole, and it's saying he has to push, dig deep into the mud to get this boat moving. So sometimes this is talking about us having to really look deeper into a situation and face some childhood fears possibly. You notice there's an adult here and a child, and there's no baggage. And so this can represent wanting to go off to meditate and pray and isolate yourself and ask the Most High for guidance, maybe in this situation, as to how to proceed. The swords here represent the element of air, and they actually represent your thoughts. And so your thoughts are coming from your mental intelligence and discipline of your mind. So you don't want to be held back by your fear from being what, God gave you all these beautiful gifts, and not rising, to, take it to your crowning glory and really go with it. You don't want fear to hold you back from doing that. But at the same time, you want to make sure that you are in a truthful situation, that you're on, that you're going into calm waters, not rough waters. Sometimes not knowing and not having the truth can be really hold people back, especially when it comes to if you don't know where you really came from, or, there's innuendo around you and people are kind of like in the family holding secrets back from you. They all know, but you don't. That type of energy. So let's keep going here. There's justice coming in for this situation. If you are in a situation like that, it could be a figment of your imagination, or it could be just a bunch of people gossiping that don't know what they're talking about, or there could actually be some foundation to what they're talking about. And these days we can find out. So this may be saying that if you are having insecurities around that, to actually look into it and, trust that you have the strength to be able to get through that. This is talking about justice coming in from the spiritual realm. And so if you go and, pray and meditate on it and ask God for assistance here, like what would be the best course to do here? This is justice coming in. This veil behind her represents the thin veil between the spiritual and the physical realm. And justice comes from the spiritual realm, and then it comes down into the physical. And she, this figure with the sword of justice, is holding this in her right hand. And basically what that's saying is if you're on the right side of spiritual and physical law, this justice is going to be a blessing coming in from you. And if you're on the wrong side, well, you've been caught. You're going to have to deal with the consequences. And she's got her right foot forward. So this is saying that it's already happening in the spiritual realm. She's just waiting to get the word. And sometimes this requires action from us to be able to say, I want to know, I'm ready to know. They'll say sometimes like, why does it have to take so long? Maybe you're not as ready as you think you are to hear the truth of a situation. And, now you are, and now's the time with this energy coming in. And we do have having a strong foundation to move forward in a real strong way. Now, this card can also be talking a couple things here, because this is talking about the element of fire, and it's about taking positive action, or, not necessarily positive action, but passionate action. The element of fire is represented by these wooden wands, and wood fuels the fire for passionate action. Now, you might even be in a situation where you're wondering just if you're really the parents that you've been told. There could be all this gossip behind the scenes, and it might be false and it might be real, but maybe you're thinking about starting a family or moving forward, and you really want to know for sure one way or the other, and you certainly do deserve to know that. A lot of times it can just be gossip, but sometimes it might have some meat to it. So this is the official marriage card. It is talking about having that strong foundation for moving forward. And this is considered like the marriage card, or it can just be commitments and partnerships. So this could be about a business that you're wanting to move into as well, and trying to find the right partner. Someone wants to collaborate with you. Would this be a good move for you to make? And so if this is marriage, basically this is saying that the commitment of marriage, you have a strong foundation for this ultimate fulfillment that you want. You have the down payment for your castle, but you're still going to have to make the mortgage payments. And it's talking like maybe you've met the person, and you both have said yes, the question has been popped. the answer is yes, and you're planning a wedding, but then you're going to have to apply yourself energetically to put that energy into it so that it blossoms into this, this promise of ultimate fulfillment. And so, and it can also talk about, if this is like to do with business or that, finding the right business partner to have that happen. Or sometimes this can even just be talking about really wanting to know for yourself, having that information for yourself so that you have a strong foundation to be able to move forward. And we have, it takes a lot of courage to look into your shadow side, to be brave enough to have the integrity to say, you know what, I want to know. I want to know who I am. I want to dig deep. And this quite often represents this energy of, this young woman she's got this infinity symbol above her head. And it's talking about the infinite potential, like 100% infinite potential to the power of infinity and beyond. And her ability to be able to face her fears, that's what this lion represents, and to really dig deep and move into this energy of exploring whatever it is she needs to move forward. And there could have been disappointment in the past in love. So this could be even talking about your own situation here. It sometimes could even represent an energy of, like, if you have a third party energy involved in a romantic relationship, the 2 cups in the third one, and there could have been a pregnancy involved, and maybe there's been some question about the paternity of the child, and this is a situation holding you back. This could also represent an energy of someone giving someone 3 chances and being disappointed 3 times. This person might be asking for another chance to step in and let's give it another go. And you're like, no way, 3 strikes, you're out. I'm moving on to something new. And that's fair enough. People have a tendency to show us who they are the first time around. And then this sometimes also could just represent you doing your best to launch a business or some sort of, or get into this industry, and not being, this is saying being disappointed, but being careful still to recognize that you deserve to have the best case scenario, and not just jump at any option without checking into it properly when when it comes to this type of industry. So there could be, you could sit under that tree and just never get out from underneath it. But it would be kind of sad, because you deserve to have love in your life or to do what you love to do, and to push yourself to that limit without the fear of it being a giant mistake. And look at this, the sun is shining on this, and God's saying, I gave you these talents for good reason. Don't let other people stop you from fulfilling what you love to do, what you love to be. You're a child of God. This young child is on this pony, and he's carrying this heavy banner with absolute ease. And it's talking about, this is your destiny to be a happy child of God. The sunflower heads, they turn with the sun. And it's saying, so long as you stay on your destined path, which is just to be the best version of you that you could be, like be a good person, do the best that you can. And you are meant to be happy, and you're meant to shine all your talent. This is the happiest card in the deck. It's saying you could make other people so happy with your talent. That's why I gave it to you. Don't be sitting under that tree in the shade. Just and don't hang out with shady characters. And look at this, we have conception here. So this is talking about that whatever is meant for you has already been launched by God. And just have faith that you deserve this. I just feel like someone is feeling like maybe they don't deserve to have this beautiful energy coming in, or on some weird level, it feels like you just think, could this be too good to be true? This is God giving you this talent so that you can shine and enjoy the warmth of the sun. And this is talking about conception. So maybe this can even be talking about having difficulty conceiving a child. And now going, maybe using technology or whatever to be able to empower you to do so. And you're pregnant. now. Like this card is talking about conception, and this can be the gift of a baby coming in. So it could be, this reading could have, it has several different meanings for different people. But this is talking about, you're in an elevated position here. You have the God-given talent. Just make sure you collaborate with people that are in alignment with your lifestyle goals, and have the strength and the integrity to do the best for yourself. Like, look into the situation, face your fears. If someone's trying to pressure you into, you have to sign now, no, you can just say, I need time to think about it. And if it's not, if they're not willing to wait for you, well, then it's not for you. And this is talking about, you deserve to have love in your life, bottom line, whether that's a new baby, whether it's knowing about your own DNA, where you come from, whether it's, loving the life that you live and doing what you love to do. You're meant to be happy, and this has been already, this is part of the plan. This is God's plan for you. And so justice, if there's something stopping this, justice is coming through. But you also have to take that initiative to look into things properly yourself, and to be willing to sometimes take the calculated risks you need to take. Like, don't play small at this time. Do your due diligence and move forward. Like, you were meant to shine. It keeps on coming up, that energy, and to be very happy as well. So let's look at this from the perspective also of the Oracle. If you're leaving the reading here, thank you for your time and energy, and likes, comments, shares, subscribes. I really, really appreciate them. They're helping me build my channel. I'm going to clarify for those who want clarification here. The numbers on these cards are representing the energy of, or these numbers represent the paintings as they're listed in the gallery on my website. That's talesfromthevector.com. I will put them in the order they appear here in the description box below, and also with the information for the website. If you want to take a look at them, you can. It might give you further clarity. So the Libra energy is saying that you are mature enough now to make these decisions yourself, and that you can anticipate a strong future. Just let go of any expectations of exactly how this is supposed to play out. God's plan might be very different from yours, but what your expectations are of how this should play out could really, really limit you. You could end up taking a bad deal here that when there's another one right around the corner here that's perfect for you. So this is talking about you're mature enough to be able to make those decisions for yourself now. And the Libra energy, actually, the glyph for that is the justice, like the scales of justice. So this is confirmation coming in again. I just want to point out to you that when horoscope signs come up in my collective readings like this, I'm not talking about a specific person. I'm talking about the energy of that sign. And Libra is when you're mature enough, adult enough to be able to make really strong decisions about your love life and starting a family and all that energy. So this is really confirmation for you, for those of you that are reading that the reading is headed that way for you. And we also have hidden illusions and secrets with the moon coming in here. And this can talk about, reckless abandon with a W is talking about disciplining your mind and doing them, like quieting your mind so that you can feel the authentic, what you want, the desires in your heart, and that you're not going to play small, that you're going to go after your heart's desires and your crowning glory. And this is also talking about, the hidden illusions, like the sun is shining light on this. So this is letting you know, like, no, you are that talented. Believe it, you are meant to shine. And this is just talking about energy that people can sometimes really, be taught. There can be a lot of shift talk about that people have in families that degrades your energy, and it's really, and there's no meat to it, So you need to look into situations if it's holding you back in any way. You deserve to know who you are, where you come from, and bottom line is you come from source energy. This is life force energy unleashed. That's what you are. And the justice is saying use your intuition, because your intuition is already telling you this, that you are meant to shine. You're meant to be a child of God. This is, from the bottom to the top and back down again, we do have that energy of, making sure you look into it, and that using your intuition as well as your logic, which is about what the moon is like, then stop thinking about it. Don't get so caught up in your mind, and go with your heart. Feel with your heart. What does your heart want? And then we have surrendering to God's plan, basically. And you might have, there could be some energy here. Your mother may have passed over already, or your grandmother, great-grandmother. And this could be something that happened with them down the line somewhere. It might not have that much to do with you as you think. And so, it's worthy, it's surrendering to God's plan and recognizing whatever has happened with your ancestors. You deserve to have this happiness. You're meant to, you're a child of God. You're meant to shine. There are no mistakes in children. Sometimes they can be, show up in awkward situations, but that most certainly is not their fault. That is usually the adult being not maybe quite mature enough to start a family. And this is definitely an energetic upgrade for you. So whatever is going on, it's saying basically you're meant to shine. You have these talents for good reason. Don't sit under that tree. Get out there and do what shine. Enjoy the sun, enjoy your life. And at the same time, make sure that you look into situations that your intuition is telling you need to look into. You might not be needing to look into this because some gossip in the family is true, but just for your own peace of mind regarding who you are and where you come from. I feel like this is a real uplifting. I really like this. And bottom line is, we know we all come from source energy. So, you're a child of God, you're loved, you're meant to shine. Do so. All right. I really, really enjoyed this reading, especially with it starting out. I guess this black tourmaline has really done its duty. It's to repel negative energy. Okay. Thank you for your time and energy, your likes, comments, shares, subscribes. I really, really appreciate them all. And I will be back with another reading about random shift for you soon. Bye for now.